Today I'm reviewing this 9-cup coffee percolator that I recently purchased online. Now this one is made by Primula, I believe is how it's pronounced. I purchased this on Amazon and this is actually how it came. So it just came in this little plastic bag. So if you are planning on giving this like as a gift to someone, it doesn't come in any sort of box, it's not hidden at all. This is exactly how it comes. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, show you exactly what's inside and how it works. So once you get it unwrapped and out of that plastic, this is what it's going to look like inside. So it actually did have a plastic bag around this that I already took off. So it's going to have the lid here, and it's going to have this. It's going to be where you're going to put your coffee grounds at. And then you're going to put the water inside of here. And when you put the water, you're going to want to make sure you don't go any higher than this one that has the 3 holes, is what it says on the instructions. So you're just going to make sure you don't go up too high. Now, how this one is actually going to work is you're going to put the water inside of it. And then after you've got the water inside, then you're going to take this and set it down inside. You're going to then put your coffee grounds into here. Put this lid back on the top there. So that's going to hold the grounds in place. Put your lid on, and then you're going to put it onto your heat source. So for this example in this video, we're going to be doing this on the stove. And then what's going to happen is that water is going to start to boil. Once it's going to be popping up in here in the color of coffee that you want. So the darkness, the amount of steeping that you want it to do. Once that is done and it's coming up into here at the right amount, then you're going to take it off of the heat and it will be ready to serve at that point. And at that point, then you're just going to pour it out right from here, this little spout. So let me go ahead and put some water in it, put some grounds in it, and show you how that part of it works. Now, since this percolator is not going to have a filter that goes inside of it, you are going to want to make sure that you use a coarse grind for this, as it's going to allow the water to kind of go through and perforate all this, but hopefully won't leave a ton of grounds into the coffee itself. So I actually have a coffee grinder that I use, so I went with a coarse grind here for this, and then I'm going to take and pour this inside of here. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be coarse enough or not. We'll find out here. I've never actually used a percolator like this before. I've used other percolators, but some of them will have like a filter, like a coffee filter that you'll use, and it just kind of sits up in the top part, or it has smaller holes. So we'll see how it works out. But anyway, I've got this here on the stove. I'm just going to take and put this right down inside. And then once that's in place, you're then going to take this top piece and going to put it over the top. And that's going to hold the grounds in place, hopefully. And then this lid is then going to go right on the top as well. So I've got to actually move it a little bit to the side, so you have to kind of center it almost. And then once that's done, I'm just going to take that, and that's going to go right inside of there. Then I'm going to turn on the heat, and we will brew some coffee. So as you can see, as it's boiling up, it's popping up in here, and then you can see what color the coffee is, if it's dark enough roast for you or that sort of thing. It's also, of course, going to be steaming out of that side. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to let that go for a couple more minutes until it's to the right color for us, how dark we like it, and then I'll take it off and show you how that looks. Even after you shut off your oven, this is going to take a while to stop kind of boiling. When you first take it off of the heat, it does stop popping and everything like that pretty quickly, just when taking it off of there. So you can easily pour it just straight from there if you wish, and then put it back onto the heat. So if someone likes it a little bit of a lighter roast, you could have them pour theirs first and then put it back onto the heat. Now, one thing I did run into with this was it did get some grounds inside of here. Gonna be kind of hard to see, not a ton, but did get some in there. So if you're using your own grinder, you will want to make sure that you do as coarse as possible with this percolator, but just something you'll want to keep in mind. Overall, definitely pretty happy with it. A really nice way to make some coffee, get it as hot as possible. Just, do it right on the oven. Don't have to worry about, making it and then keeping it warm on an actual, like an electric coffee maker. Also, the flavor on this should be considerably better than just, the drip coffee from a traditional coffee maker.